John Curtin joins us today to talk some Emory cross country. Coach, your team's been going through preseason for about a week. Both teams. Talk about how both teams have done so far.
Well, John, both of the groups showed up in really good shape. I was pleasantly surprised at particularly the shape that our young kids, our new freshmen, showed up in. So they trained hard this summer. We gave them a good training plan, and most of them followed through. So we're off to a good start.
In looking at the men's and women's teams, kind of a divergence on the men's side this year. Not a lot of new faces, a lot of guys back from last year, headlined obviously by Lucas Mees and Grant Murphy.
Yes. Grant and Lucas are on a different plane right now, and all of our preseason training with the guys, those two individuals have really stepped up to the plate. They emerged last spring in track and field, making national championship appearances, and they've carried through this summer with a real strong training regimen, and I look for great seasons out of both of those guys. Michael McBain's come back in the best shape of his career. He's looking really strong. And then after that, there's any number of guys, including a couple of our new freshmen, who are going to flush out that top seven. So a lot of experience with the guys, with a real good 1-2 punch in Mees and Murphy.
Now on the women's side, obviously lost a lot of experience from last year. A lot of new faces on this year's team, but at the same time, you got a number of returnees. You mentioned earlier this. You thought this could potentially be one of your deepest women's teams.
I think, yeah, you hit it right on the head with the word depth. We've got so many kids that are just about right at the same level right now. Elise Viox has returned in tremendous shape. All of our veterans really took their summer training to heart and returned in great shape. In our preseason time trial and our hill climb up at camp, we saw some of the best times we've ever recorded. So it's very encouraging that we have that coming up. Our top seven for the women could be any one of 13 or 14 girls right now. The women are very fit, very competitive, and very closely matched.
And you'll be able to see them in action for the first time in 2015 next Tuesday, September 1st. You take the team up to Canton for a meetup with Barry, Belhaven, Agnes Scott, among some of the other teams.
Yeah, it's a real low-key season opener. We're going to run it more, both guys and the women, as a tempo type effort. We're going to break them into groups and give them some goal times. We're not in a big hurry to rush into the competitive season. It's a long old haul. Hopefully it will conclude in late November with a national championship experience for both of the groups. So we're kind of easing into it. We're hosting the event. Barry should have a competitive group. Belhaven is just coming out of Division II and starting their efforts into the level of Division III. So they still have some very good scholarship athletes. And again, Agnes Scott will bring their squad over. So it's a small, low-key meet, but it'll give us a real good indication of where we are and how the season might unfold.
All right, Coach. Well, thanks very much for your time. I'll let you get back to work, and we will catch up with you down the road.
Thanks, John.